We so appreciate you being here, and it's a perfect time for it because I know you have an exciting project that's coming out later this month, and also WNBA, Never Been Hotter, which has the good, the bad, and the ugly with it all wrapped into it. You were Rookie of the Year in 2009, so truly no better person to talk to about the rookie experience and all of the discourse popping off about rookies, vets, what Caitlyn Clark, Angel, Reese, and others are going through. You posted, though, that there is no way that you would ever let the other team beat up on your teammates ever. And I'm curious what that post specifically was referring to within the W this past week.
The post wasn't specifically referring to one person.
Yeah.
As everybody made it seem. I was talking to specific incidences that I had seen in the WNBA. You know, I had seen something with Caitlyn. I had seen something with Angel Reese. I had seen something with Jackie Young. So it's been a lot of instances where I've seen girls in girls' face, and the teammates are stepping up, people getting hit to the ground. Where's my teammate?
Who were those teammates for you back when you were a rookie?
All of them. I mean,
Period.
girls even stood up off the bench like ready to defend your teammate. And I'm not seeing that today. And I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, at least can one person be like, yo, don't ever grab my teammate by the neck again? I'm just confused.
She hit the ground, and then like they helped her up and helped her limp to the bench, and nobody said anything to Alyssa Thomas when that happened. She just walked off the court and then walked back to the locker room.
I mean, at least say something too, like, bro, what's up? Just at least say something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The W is such a physical league, which like you know better than anyone. What's the difference in the standard physicality that's always a part of this league and what you've seen with this rookie class? And is it different than what other rookie class have faced, in your opinion?
No, I think that it's easier this time. I mean, the stuff, nobody cared when I was a rookie, the stuff I had to endure. A lot worse. I mean, you talking about girls during that time, Lisa Leslie's and Cheryl Ford's, which is Karl Malone's daughter. These girls were tough. And, you know, when I was in, they made us get up and get them donuts and spend money, and we were broke. And they told us one time we had to get up and run a mile when we really didn't. So I got up extra early. No one was at the gym. I had to carry bags. These rookies don't carry bags and stuff. Did anybody care what we went through? No.
Okay, so donuts, running a mile. What was the worst thing that you had to do as a rookie?
Probably get up like 5 a.m. to run a mile, and you're nervous the night before, and no one shows up, and it's like practice is not until noon, and you're waiting around for 6 hours. And then you deal with the physicality too. This wasn't nothing new. The physicality. The difference is, you know, if my teammates were going to take up for me, though. That's the difference.
Yeah. Are you trying to get back into this, Angel? Like, would you like to go be someone's enforcer?
I've been trying to get back for about 2 years, and I've been waiting to get picked up. And that's, I think, what, you know, we need to work on is getting more teams,
right?
More spots, because other girls are getting cut. Great girls who can really play in the WNBA. So, you know, I think that's something that, as we work on salaries for these women, is more roster spots.
Preach. I mean, the fact that it's as difficult as it is to make a roster, stay on a roster, the limited amount of teams, it all plays a part. I am curious because I think there's nobody better to hear from than WNBA vets and alum like yourself. So many people have had opinions when it comes to the why of what the rookies are facing, the Caitlyn Clark introduction. Are people jealous of Caitlyn Clark? Do you think it's a jealousy issue, or is it something else that's going into what she's enduring or what she has seen in these first couple of weeks in her pro career?
I mean, people are human. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can't act like people don't have feelings and they're robots. Like, it's humanity out here. So, you know, I think, you know, just like NBA players, some of them feel a certain way that the older NBA players feel a certain way that the guys now are making 100 million. You get what I'm saying? And they were just as good and could play like the guys now. You know what I mean? You're talking about during the time of Magic Johnson, those guys weren't even making $1 million.
Yeah.
Right?
I was listening to Gino Auriemma was on a show yesterday, and I thought he used a really perfect word, and it was people feel disrespected. And like when you feel disrespected, you can act a kind of way because this league has been here, these players have been here, and so maybe there's jealousy with some of them. Certainly, like I'm not going to put emotions on people.
He said that about the pay. He said that about the pay and stuff.
Yeah.
Or was he talking about?
Well, what he was saying too was this idea that fans and their assumption that Caitlyn Clark was going to, specifically fans of Caitlyn Clark, assumed that she was going to come in, run the W. If you look at like preseason MVP odds, Caitlyn Clark, a rookie, going to a struggling Indiana Fever team, had the 4th best odds to win MVP. And he said those fans did a disservice to everybody and ultimately was disrespecting the W collectively. They didn't know what they were doing, but it was the disrespect that has led us to this place now.
Well, I would say it's a lack of research. Mm-hmm. Like yesterday, a guy told me, like, yo, these are the most impressive players I've ever seen. The WNBA has never been this impressive. I said, what do you mean never been this impressive? Yeah. Nobody's doing impressive moves. I said, let me show you some of my moves. And he's watching on YouTube. He's like, oh, my God, he's in shock. And I'm like, what do you mean impressive now?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm dealing with a lot of people. You don't disrespect us because you never watched before.
That's it.
It was always impressive. Yeah.
What a boss move, right? Like, oh, impressive move. Let me show you what some of these people were doing back in the day. No, let me show you some of my moves. Let me show you what I'm about. Let me show you some of the game I got.
And guess what? I showed him one move. I showed him me doing a 360 on Brittany Griner. And he was just like,
nasty
and so
word.
It's like, right. So it's like, guys, you got to do your research even before our time. Yeah. Sure. Go back to even Cheryl Miller. They were all impressive.
Yeah.
So the game is not just this beautiful thing now. It's been that way. It's just that you guys are just paying attention to what we already been saying.
Right. There's a catch-up factor, which is you just have to accept, if you are a new fan, that there was a world that existed. The WNBA was not plopped into the sports stratosphere in the last 2 months. It has a long and successful history, and a ton of great players have come around. I even saw you were sharing a stat where Caitlyn Clark joined you and Diana Taurasi and Brianna Stewart as the only 4 rookies to ever record 35, 5, 3, and 3 games. But you did that first. And so now it is a new player as a rookie, and this rookie class has gained a lot of attention, which is great. But you also did it too.
Yeah, it's just like, we're just glad that the brands and everybody are behind it, because you need the brands to push you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was a point nobody knew who LeBron James was, but how did he get known? The brands push him, media, and all of that. So that's what we always needed. We always had something special without being promoted like our male counterparts. Mm-hmm. And look at where we were without, just last year, 2 years ago, where we were without being that promoted. So we were like, if we get the marketing behind us, it will work. And we've shown that it has.
Absolutely.
It was really simple.
I think that when I think about the WNBA, like it's great to see it growing. I feel like it's at like a major crossroads though, where, hey, you got to capitalize on this momentum. Now, one of the reasons the NBA went from, hey, we're going to pre-tape these finals games to, oh my gosh, we got to get all of these games on national TV. Part of that was the Magic Johnsons, Larry Birds, and then Michael Jordan came in and took it to another level. I feel like the W is in that space right now. What thing, or what are some things that you would like to see the WNBA do to seize the moment that is right now with all of the interest?
Yeah, I would say, like, I do compare Caitlyn and Angel Reese as like the modern day Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, because the league during that time with Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, it was about to flop and it was struggling. And then they came in, and now you have the NBA what it is now. That's the phase we're at. In 25, 27 years, the WNBA is farther along than what the NBA was during that time. So now we're at that peak part, like the NBA was in the 80s, and we're just ready to soar. So the one thing we got to continue to do is just continue to grow the game, get people to know a multitude of players. Because that guy from yesterday who saw my highlight, I said, name me 10 WNBA players. He could not name me 10 people. And I was sitting next to him. Okay. So guys out there, yes, we know Caitlyn, we know Angel, we know Lisa Leslie. Start to know some more girls. All right.
I would ask you, because knowledge is everything, but what is one thing that you wish all of these new fans knew? Like, is there one piece of information, one story, one bit of lore, or just like a general concept that you wish new fans were aware of when it comes to the WNBA?
Just a general concept that it was always exciting. And to do your research when you just think you know everything. That's all. It's simple.
It's pretty simple. So you are a part of a very exciting, because like you said, there's been a lot of really important history within the WNBA, and a part of that was everything that happened in 2020 and the protests and the movement that the WNBA was significant in their part, specifically with your team, the Atlanta Dream, and everything that went into ultimately getting former U.S. Senator Kelly Loeffler to step down or to sell the team and no longer be the owner of the Atlanta Dream. There's a documentary coming out later this month called Power of the Dream that you're a part of. Can you explain a little bit about this project and what it's going to look like when it drops later this month?
Yeah, Power of the Dream, executive produced by Sue Bird and Nneka Ogwumike. Just being a part of that in 2020, it was just such it was an exhausting time, because you're talking about, it was COVID happening. We didn't really know what that was, social injustice, and just trying to figure everything out with our nation, and then we're trying to play basketball. But we in the doc, we really show how we overcame a lot of things, dealing with the bubble and dealing with how we dealt with social injustice, and I think how we improved some things. So you guys are gonna really enjoy this doc. It's coming out June 28th, and you can check it out on Prime.
You made me buy Prime. I bought Prime for Lanier. Lanier was really, really good. Right. And I remember last time you were on the show, so I wanted to give you your flowers for that. How did Lanier end up doing on Amazon Prime from a streaming standpoint?
Man, I'm surprised on how well it done. It's got 7 million minutes watched. And so people all over the world has been watching the movie. So, and then it being the first movie, we were a young crew, just learning things, but I feel like we still did a great job with being fresh and new. But just to tell the history about the lake, man, and still to this day, people are still dying at the lake. Crazy things are still happening. Stay away from Lake Lanier, y'all. It's so many.
You will never find me there.
It's so many other lakes, guys, to enjoy. Go to Florida or something.
It's close. It's close. Stay away from Lake Lanier. Where's this documentary previewing or premiering at, Angel?
Actually, we're going to Cannes next week in France, and we'll be premiering it there and everything like that. So, but check it out on Prime, June 28th. Power of the Dream.
You used the word exhausting, which I can only imagine how exhausting it was during that time. But when you think back at that period, like, what emotion comes up the most for you with everything that you guys endured?
Probably frustration, because I'm like, I think it's the frustration that it's 2020. Why are we still dealing with these issues? Like, we're Americans. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I'm an American. You're an American. Why we still have to even deal with this kind of stuff in a way?
Yeah.
And why are we still even referring to black and white? I'm American and you're American. And that's it. That's how I feel about it.
I saw that you're going to be at the Olympics in Paris, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. People have the opportunity to watch the 3-on-3 action with you. Is that a thing?
Yeah. So obviously I'm not playing in the Olympic team this year, but I'm still able to be a part of it in a way, which because it just makes it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I still want to be a part. It brings joy to me, and so people can book the experience, partner with Airbnb, that you can come with me and watch the Olympic Games. So if you're in Paris, guys, book the experience. We're doing 3-on-3, 5-on-5 other events. Most of my events have sold out, which is awesome.
Love it.
But 3-on-3 is the most recent one we put up.
Well, we're so excited of everything you have going on, but we do want to see you back in the W. So I'm going to give you a chance right here. What is your pitch, your plea for a team? What can you give a team right now making a comeback to the W? Angel McCoughtry in 2024.
First of all, I don't have to pitch because they know. Hello?
They know. Well, you better look up some highlights.
I'm going to say this. The main thing is leadership in the locker room. That's what most team needs. We already know everything else I can do, but a lot of these teams need leadership in the locker room.
Do you really think that it's the leadership, the veteran presence, especially for some of these younger teams, be it the Fever, the Sky, the Sparks, teams that have really high-profile rookies but might not have the infrastructure around them yet? Is it leadership that could be the biggest benefit of them maybe expediting their growth?
I think every rookie that's coming in that they want to make a franchise should have a vet next to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think no rookie should have to carry that weight on their own. That's why Vegas brought me in for A'ja Wilson, to kind of like just lead her. Now she's an amazing leader.
Yeah.
You know, but I watched her when she was shy in the locker room and things like that. And, you know, but so I think every rookie needs that. Let's not put them on that island to carry all the weight and all the pressure, especially when the whole world is watching. You know what I mean? Just those things that just have a vet to just show you like how to just deal with the pressure of it all. Yeah. You know, so.
A'ja, the best player in the league right now, far and away. Like, how does this work?
I'm gonna say A'ja's killing the game, killing it.
What's that tier of the players right under her? Like, who are you most excited seeing try to chase that status at the moment?
You know what? I really like Cameron Brink. I really like her game. Like, I do. Yeah, she's gonna be good.
I really like her as a person too. I don't know if you saw the most recent interview she did. I thought she was incredibly thoughtful, and everything she says just is impressive.
She's impressive, and she could just model. Isn't she like just a model-esque and just like a beautiful kid? Like,
yeah.
Somebody give her a modeling deal already.
I saw she's going to play on that 3-on-3 team, and they released like the USA jerseys with Brink on the back. They said these are going to be an all-time seller for the summer. There's going to be people just out there in their USA Brink jerseys all summer long.
I believe so. Yeah, she's so marketable. So yes, I believe that.
Angel, thank you so much for waking up early, for taking the time with us. And we can't wait. I'm going to say it. We can't wait to see you back in the W sometime soon.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Looking very forward to checking out Power of the Dream, coming out on Amazon Prime later this month.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m.